The weather warmed up to a pleasant degrees these days, so I took the Tiempo Maestro Elite AG out for a solo training session. Let me give you the spoiler right now. If you have access to a high quality artificial ground, you need to buy these immediately. On a scale, a size 265mm or US 8.5 comes in at 207.3 grams. Interestingly, this is identical to the FG version. Compared to the competitors, the Predator 26 2G 3G AG is 196.5 grams, the Vapor 16 AG is 178.5 grams, and the Phantom 6 AG is 181.8 grams. While the Maestro is the heaviest of the bunch, sitting in the low 200 gram range means it's still lightweight enough to be considered a speed boot. Here's where things get interesting. My experience today was night and day different from my first impression. When I first tried these on, in the freezing cold weather, the upper felt stiff and constricted my foot. It wasn't a great start, but today in warmer weather, the upper softened up instantly. It became pliable and molded to my foot right out of the box. Describing the sensation is tricky because it's a hybrid. It has the freedom of a speed boot thanks to the split sole plate, but it also offers that classic snug hold of a leather boot. The tech leather upper combined with the slightly cushioned mesh liner creates a plush sensation that mimics natural leather perfectly. The lockdown from the knitted instep is tight but comfortable. The only downside is that the heel counter feels a bit low cut, and I noticed a slight digging sensation, almost like the pressure point that could lead to blisters if worn for too long. That's something to watch out for. There's been a lot of hype about the touch feeling of this new tech leather, and I'm happy to report it's legit. Just juggling the ball, you can tell it's special, and when I moved on to dribbling and shooting drills, the predictability was insane. Similar to the Athleta Array or Mizuno Morelia, the ball goes exactly where you expect it to. It has that dampened sensation which takes the sting out of the ball while still providing a crisp, pingy feel. Shooting felt incredible. Because the upper wraps your foot so tightly, you get a very clean surface for impact. The shots felt solid and punchy. Maybe I was just having a good day, but every time I struck the ball, I found myself grinning. It just feels right. For this AG plate, Nike used 17 studs in total. The lengths are 0.5 to 0.8mm in the forefoot and 1 to 1.2mm in the heel. Aside from having 6 studs in the middle and slight shape tweaks, the dimensions are identical to the Phantom 6 AG. But here's the reality check. On poor quality, shallow artificial grass, it's fine for jogging, but the moment you make sharp, aggressive turns, you'll feel significant stud pressure and a lack of stability. The studs just can't sink in. Unlike the Vapor 16 AG, which has the Zoom Air unit to mitigate some of that pressure, the Maestro feels harsher on thin turf, so I highly recommend wearing these only on well-maintained, deep pile AG pitch. In conclusion, the Nike Tiempo Maestro Elite AG is the perfect hybrid, taking the best traits of a speed boot and merging them with the comfort of natural leather. I recently tested the new Adidas Predator Elite 2G 3G AG, and honestly, it didn't excite me much. But the Maestro, this boot made me smile throughout the entire session. I didn't want to take them off. I'm going to keep testing these for the long term, so stay tuned for more reviews later this year.